What's going on, everybody? Jay the Black here. I am back with another video. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I was sent this article by a couple of different people, so you can shout yourself out in the comment section. But I was sent this article by a couple of people, man, and they wanted me to talk about this bride that has gone viral because she broke up with her fiance. Not only did she break up with him, but she basically didn't want to go through with the wedding because friends and family didn't want to pay 60 grand just for her to get paid, just for her to get married. Who has 60 grand for you to get married? Okay. Now I know that we all want memories. Okay. But memories shouldn't cost this much. Okay. What happened to having weddings at churches? You know, a church that you attended. Now I know that's still going to cost some money, but 60 grand, come on. What happened to backyard weddings? You know what I'm saying? What happened to hotel ballrooms? I mean, it still may cost money, but not as much as 60 grand. What happened to just the courthouse? What happened to the courthouse? You want to make the guests pay 60 grand for your wedding? Where is your money? How much money are you putting into it? Why am I going to invest in your wedding? The only way I'm going to invest in somebody's wedding, okay, is if I'm going to get a return on my financial investment. You know what I'm saying? I could see if it's an investment where the two getting together, they coming together, they're going to start this business, and you know what I'm saying, it's an all-in-one investment. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to invest in your wedding just so you can take a bunch of nice photos you can post all over Facebook and Instagram, and then a year later you're filing for divorce because you're unhappy, because you can't be as free as you want to, because you think your husband's cheating. All these other, petty excuses nowadays that chicks are getting divorced for. I think a lot of these women are in over their heads, and because they're in over their head, they didn't really realize that particular, getting married means for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, being faithful, because you do have women that like to sleep around. People want this. There's this stereotype that only men are out there cheating. The majority of the people are cheating are men. Not today, not nowadays. With the inclusion of Instagram, I highly doubt that more men are cheating than women. As a matter of fact, I believe it's close to 50-50. But anyway, according to Fox News, it says a woman's long-winded tirade blaming her friends and family for canceling her dream $60,000 wedding has gone viral on social media. The bizarre story has received a massive response after being shared on Facebook and Reddit by a woman identified as the bride's cousin. The Facebook post starts with, "It comes with great sadness that I am announcing the cancellation of the wedding. I apologize for canceling only 4 days beforehand." See, stop right there. That is the problem. You're making these big announcements. You're making it into some big event. What are you gonna have? Some type of red carpet for the wedding? I mean, it's ridiculous. I've seen Bridezilla. I've seen some of these shows about weddings and how they send out invitations. They have to book venues. They may want to get wedding singers. They have to get the whole setup of the place. You got to get the bride's dresses. You have to make sure people are seated a certain way. That's a lot to put into one day. Okay, now I can see if you're putting all this into it and you're going to be with this person for it forever, for a long time. You're going to build something together. This is why I'm against marriage, because I really feel like it's just for show. It's just to brag about, especially on the woman's part, because men don't care. Men just want to be with that woman. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be able to have a family, a solid, grouping together. Men, that's what we want. You never hear about men not being able to get their tuxedos on time. You know what I'm saying? That their groomsmen or, don't have their stuff together. They're not ready. They're not prepared. It's always these women who go above and beyond to want to put on a show for one day, and the marriage may not even work for more than a year. The bride, identified as Susan, then reveals that she and her fiance have broken up due to some recent irreparable problems, before going on to blame her friends and family for ruining my marriage and life. Well, first, you have to get married first before you can ruin something. You can't ruin something if you didn't get married, you know? I think that you're planning ahead of time, but you were planning for the wrong things. You were planning to make it an event instead of planning to put together a wedding. You could have done a simple wedding first, and then let's say after about 5 years, you want to do a second wedding, renew your vows or whatever. Then it can be bigger, because then you've saved money. You've been together for a while. You've seen how things work. You know, your family and friends would have been more invested in your marriage. They say, okay, these two have been together for so and so amount of years. They work hard. You know, let's put some money into the plate. Let's put some money into the collection the collection bucket or whatever. Then they would have been more, quick to want to invest in your wedding. But you haven't been married yet, okay? And that relationship, you can tell, has had issues for a long time. Just by the short amount of time I've been on this, you can tell this relationship has been on the skids for a while. You don't break up because people didn't pay for your wedding. You break up because you really didn't care about that guy, or he really didn't want to marry you. See, when things like this happens, a can of worms is opened up, a Pandora's box, as you will, and they probably had a heart-to-heart, or she just got emotional and just wanted to end it. Basically ending something that should have probably ended a long time ago. You have some situations where a relationship could be pure sexual, but it can go further because the both of you just like being around each other, but not really together. Not living together. Basically bringing your families together. It just won't mesh because you're not together for the right reasons. The woman explained the couple met at 14 and worked together on her family's farm. They then went to community college and worked and saved to become financially stable. We managed to save up nearly $15,000 for a wedding. Since our love was like a fairy tale, we wanted an extravagant blowout wedding, one where our son could be included, the woman wrote. We started touring venues and were torn between two. A local psychic told us to go with the more expensive option, and we thought, why the hell not? A psychic told you that. A psychic told you that. Like, come on, man. The bride went on to say during her foul-mouthed rant that all the couple needed for their grand $60,000 wedding was a little push. Our dream wedding amounts to $60,000, all included with flights to Aruba. All we asked was for a little help from our friends and family to make it happen. But you're financially stable. Let me say this. If you've worked extremely hard to become financially stable, why would you have a $60,000 wedding? Now, I can see if you have a six-figure job. If you have a six-figure job, if you and the person that you're marrying have good jobs, you both yourselves will be able to afford this wedding. You wouldn't have to ask your friends and family. Okay? And some of those friends might not even like you. And in the case of this bride, some of those women might be jealous of her and wanted that to fail. And the fact that you were only able to save $15,000 and you're trying to have a $60,000 wedding means that maybe this wasn't the right time to get married. Maybe you needed some more time. The 17-paragraph outburst said the pair specifically asked for cash gifts from the guests. How could we have our wedding that we dreamed of without proper funding? Wait a minute. So when did this wedding become a business? See, this is the problem with weddings and marriages these days. People want to make it into a business. No, it's not a business. Okay? Why are you trying to make it into a business? I guess it's a business for the venue. You know, it's a business for the dressmakers. You know, and the guy in the places where these guys are going to buy their suits from. Maybe it's a business for them, but I don't see why they should have to pay for your wedding. And you wonder why men just don't care about weddings and getting married, because it's a complete showcase of your narcissism. We'd sacrificed so much and only asked each guest for around $1,500. So wait right there. Unless your friends, just like I said earlier, have 6-figure jobs or even 5-figure jobs that make good, that are good, you know? Why are they gonna give you $1,500 each? Like, these people probably have their own families. They got bills to pay. Okay, why would they give you somebody that they're just cool with $1,500 for your wedding? Do y'all not see the narcissism? The bride also explained she made it clear if you couldn't contribute, you weren't invited to our exclusive wedding. It's a once in a lifetime party. A party. So, unless where you gonna do this wedding in Vegas? Or are you going to Cancun? Are you going to Jamaica, Hawaii? What kind of party are y'all gonna have? Except for to make you feel good about yourself. And I just want to say this about the guy involved, because it's not much said about him yet. I'll probably hear more about him in this article. But dude, I mean, you're allowing this woman to basically ruin friendships, not only just hers but yours as well, just so y'all can have this $60,000 wedding. What should have happened was you should have said, listen, we're gonna have a simple wedding. We've only been able to save 15 grand. Okay, I mean, it's not a small amount, but I'm just saying, you want a $60,000 wedding. That maybe we should do something small, and then after a couple of years we do something big. It's as if they feel like they have to do it now. They're only doing it for the gram. We already know this. They're doing it for the gram, and that's why they want to have this expensive wedding, because they want to do it for the gram. Much to the bride's dismay, she and her fiance quickly discovered that people were not willing to pay $1,500 to attend their special day. So we sent out RSVPs, and only 8 people replied and sent us the check. Man, she must have a group of paid friends. This female and this dude must be got friends that make really good money for them to be this comfortable getting checks from their friends for their weddings. And how do we know this money is gonna go? I was gonna wait probably onto the video, but I just had an epiphany. How do we know that the wedding was even gonna happen? This could have been a get-rich-quick scheme. This could have been a situation where let's get a couple bags off of these idiot friends of ours and pretend like we're gonna get married. Because why would you? Okay, I'm gonna read the rest of it, because maybe I'm reading too much into this. Let's see. We were fucking livid. How was this supposed to happen without a little help from our friends? What about your friend? No, I'm sorry. Bro. Desperately, we resent our invites and asked people to donate what they could. I mean, seriously, people, what is 1,000? What is 1,500? Clearly not a lot. I guess to you it ain't. But you got people, man, they got bills, they got car notes, man, come on, man. She continued, we also set up a GoFundMe. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, not the GoFundMe. Oh, Lord, not the GoFundMe. Oh, the GoFundMe. Oh. When all else fails, go get a GoFundMe. They only got us $250. At this point, we were exhausted, tired. Tired what, of taking people's money? Now, let's see. Now I'm gonna do some math here. I'm gonna see. Now they did get $1,500 from 8 people. Because you got eight idiots who went and gave these people $1,500. Okay, let's do the math. 1,500 times 8. That's 12,000. So you add the 12,000 with the 15,000 that they had. Let's see. 27,000. So now they have 27,000 total to do the wedding. So they're still down. Let's see, 50,000. They're still down about what? Still down about 33,000. So instead of them just saying, you know what, they've given us this money, we need to make the most of it, let's go have the wedding. They were exhausted and tired. The bride said her now ex suggested they get married in Vegas to save on costs, but she laughed in his face. She laughed in his face when he mentioned getting married in Vegas. See, that's that narcissism. That shows you how narcissistic she is. He wanted those cheap, raggedy, filthy, whore-like Vegas weddings. She wrote, "I am some hooch piece of effing trash, a hooker. My ex left the room and didn't apologize for his horrid suggestion," she wrote. See, dudes, guys, this is exactly why you do not get on your knee and ask these females to marry you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to awaken that narcissistic parasite inside of them that is going to be looking for green, going to be looking for money, they're going to be looking for attention. And you cannot feed that. This guy fed that, and look what happened to him. Look what happened to him when he tried to feed this narcissistic parasite. Look what she did. Laughed in his face, disrespecting him, which shows you that she has no respect for him. And now you see why they broken up. The enraged woman then wrote that she took out her frustrations on her maid of honor, who had promised her $5,000 before backing out. So now she's taking her frustrations out on the maid of honor. How could someone who offered me thousands of effing dollars then deny me my promised money and then tell me to shift down my budget? She knows my effing dream was a blowout wedding. I just wanted to be a Kardashian for a day. That's the problem. Too many of you heifers are trying to be Kim Kardashian. You will never be Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian makes millions upon millions of dollars just by looking the way she does. You know, just by promoting a product. You will never be able to be on her level in no way, shape, or form. Get over it. And this is the narcissism that social media has created. These women want to be like these socialites, but they don't understand that they never will be on that level. Many have tried, many are failing and have failed and are still failing. And then live my life like normal, she wrote. I called her a filthy effing poor excuse of a friend and hung up the phone. The bride ended her rage by restating that she wanted her friends to pay for her dream wedding. How hard would it have been to effing donate, friends? Don't matter to you? Just effing give me money for my wedding. I won't even sugarcoat. I won't even pretend that's not what I wanted. It was for a dream. Many on Reddit and Facebook asked if the post was real, commenting that it was too strange to be true. Is it real? One wrote, it's too much. I can't. Let's see. However, the bride's cousin posted an update ensuring it was real on the wedding shaming forum on Facebook, where she posted the original screenshots. Oh yeah, she got a screenshot here of a Facebook post. I have no words. You're out of your mind. What happened to you? Who on hell expects that amount of money? And This female posted it. I'll probably have it in the video. You can check it out. Yes, this is a living, breathing human being, she wrote. Clearly, she has entitlement issues, but I have never known her to be this obnoxious. Honestly, over the years, she's been nice and overall sweet. No red flags come to mind. She has humble beginnings and has been working on her parents' farm since she was young. Well, see, that's the thing. Even women, the more humble beginnings for a woman, the more entitlement she's gonna have, the more materialistic she is, because she didn't have anything growing up. But that doesn't mean that she never dreamt about having something in life. That doesn't mean that she doesn't want to have the lifestyle of the women like a Kim K, because she does. Humble beginnings don't mean much to a woman. See, a guy from humble beginnings, you can tell that guy had humble beginnings. Even though you do have the materialistic men who you can tell had nothing growing up. When they get something, they flaunt it. But this article shows that just because she had humble beginnings does not mean she's humble, you know? Bride's cousin called out social media and her family members' obsession with Kardashian stuff over the past few years as the cause for the meltdown. The cousin also felt the post may have been written while the bride-to-be was drinking. She could have been drinking. It doesn't surprise you. Women like to drink. They like to get their drink on, you know? But I'll leave the rest of this in the description box. Y'all can go and check it out. I just want y'all to understand this. We live in a day and age where narcissism is being praised every single day. You got women who want to be like the Kardashians, but they never will. And I think they need to give that dream up wholeheartedly, 100%. Y'all let me know in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.